Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Playoff Bound. And in tonight's episode, guys, I want to go over 7 reasons why I believe Lindy Ruff can bring us to the promised land and get us into the playoffs this year and end this damn drought once and for all. So we'll look at this. Another countdown video, guys. Seems to be working. The Sabres look okay. So we're going to stick with that momentum and pump out a video. All right, guys, I've got it down in order. I'm a little less long-winded than I have been in my other ones, so we'll just get on it. So I came up with 7, and let's go over them. Let's talk about them. And a lot of these could be put in any order. Just for the record, I just have them in this order. So let's take a look at number 7, game preparation I got. I put his attention to detail, and game preparation can enhance a team's readiness, leading to better performances right from the opening puck drop of this season, guys. I think we can just have a different looking team right from the beginning, right through the whole season. Game preparation is something Lindy I trust 100%. We all know him. We've seen him for years and years and years as our head coach. And how many times was the team not ready? Not very often. They were always ready, even if they didn't win, even if they didn't look good. You'd see he'd be pretty upset because he'd be expecting more. Game preparation, I believe, belongs on this list. So it's on number 7. Number 6, goaltender support. Ruff's understanding of goalie dynamics can help create a system supports netminders. What else I put? Skip that. Improving their confidence and performance. Like, we know Lindy can take goalies and make something of them. I mean, let's not forget that. You know, we got the proof of what he did with Ryan Miller, and we seen Hasek hit his prime years under Lindy. And I believe Lindy can take these goalies to the next level. And to be honest, yesterday was a little concerning how UPL was in nets. It's something I didn't mention in the last video. It's preseason. No, I'm not panicking. But it was the one player maybe yesterday that just looked a little too average, was UPL in nets yesterday. He let in one real soft goal, actually. I think it was the second one. Really soft. I don't know what that was about. But goaltender support, I think Lindy is right there. I think he can have the goaltending as good as it can be this year. So we'll see. I think Levi will cut the team with Lindy as coach too also. I think Lindy will get into his head and keep this kid at the level he should be playing. We'll see. Number 5, in-game adjustments. His experience allows for better in-game decision-making and adjustments, helping the team respond effectively to opponent strategies. If there was anything that I thought Granato wasn't that good at, was in-game adjustments. How many times, guys, did we need to pick it up physically and it wouldn't happen? Or we do the same stupid thing over and over all game long. Or those nights where we'd watch a game and no matter what we did, we couldn't do anything right defensively. Or momentum, call a timeout. How many times did I scream in video saying, why did Granato not call a timeout at this certain point of the game when things were falling apart? You know? So in-game adjustments, I think Lindy has the experience. He knows how to get into other coaches' heads. It's a lot of things. You know, like last game, again, guys, this mannequin thing really got to me. He's just standing there, looking, observing, and watching. Because what Lindy's looking for is bad habits. You know it, right? He's watching that game. He doesn't care about the score. He's looking for bad habits. That's what he was doing yesterday, I believe, in that game. So in-game adjustments comes in at number 5. Number 4, leadership and culture. Yeah, I might have put this a little higher, but I think number 1 I got right. So leadership and culture, Ruff can instill a winning culture. Not that we don't have it already, but he can instill it, okay? We don't lose it every 3rd game. He can have it in there for 82 games. Doesn't mean we're not going to lose some games, but it's how you respond from a loss that instills a winning culture in a dressing room, right? So he can instill a winning culture, strong work ethic, fostering positive environment that promotes accountability and teamwork, okay? Accountability. How many times have we talked about that, guys, in the offseason? Accountability is vital right now for this Buffalo Sabres team, right now. That will instill a winning culture, is accountability. And if we don't have that winning culture, and again, it's not that we have a winning culture yet. Let's kind of be clear on this. We don't have a losing culture no more. The winning culture isn't there yet. They have it. He's just got to bring it out, okay? I believe that. How many times have we heard the kids talk about winning Stanley Cups a few years back? So we'll see what he does with the leadership and culture this year. Number 3. This, I think, is really important for this season. Special team strategy. His knowledge of power play and penalty kill tactics can enhance a Sabres special teams performance. Skip that. And he can make them more effective in critical situations. Yeah, that's probably the main thing. Critical situations, guys. How many times did we need a power play goal last year, desperately in some kind of game, and our power play looked awful? Not bad, awful. And here we were the year before, the best power play in hockey, you might recall, till Edmonton eventually took us over. And I think we even finished 5th or 6th by the end of the year. It started to slide the year before. It wasn't last year, it just took a nosedive. The year before, we started going like this in the last 20 games with our power play. And it led right into the next year, the same habits. So, special team strategy, Lindy can really be effective there, I believe. Number 2, I guess this one's the obvious one, player development. With Lindy's background in developing young talent, Ruff can mentor emerging players, helping them reach their potential and adapt to the NHL. How many times have we said, no, okay, he needs more time in the minors, and this guy needs more time in the minors, and so on. Well, I think Lindy can take those guys probably right now, a guy like Kulik, and he can make him adapt into the NHL and bring out his best, absolute best version of himself for this season. So, player development, I don't think anybody would argue with that one. And number 1, I got defensive structure. Ruff is known for implementing strong defensive systems in his career as a coach. His emphasis on positioning and teamwork can help tighten up a Sabres defense that desperately needs it this year. So this is the thing, I think, guys, going into this season. These are just some of the points I think that Lindy can help the team with as we move on and see who we are and what we can become this year, because it really is, we just don't know for sure, right? We don't know what we're looking at yet. And yesterday, another thing I didn't mention in yesterday's video, those 5 goals were even strength goals. I mentioned it in the title, but I didn't talk enough about it in the video yesterday. That was impressive, guys. In less than 5 minutes, we scored 5 even strength goals in the second period. Just something I wanted to mention again. But, in that game, also, what I noticed when the Sabres were loading up the goals, they didn't look overly excited about it. They were just like high-fiving each other and going right back, taking the face off. It was almost like they expected what happened yesterday. So that's kind of how something I didn't talk about in the video last night. So those guys are 7 points I think that Lindy can help us with this year as we go forward with this young squad. How young will we be? My guess is we're going to be the youngest team in hockey again this year. Or right there, right at the bottom, like bottom 3 youngest teams. I don't know yet. Not till all the rosters are out and we see who's got what and what the average age is per team. But my guess is we're going to be right there, guys, right there. And the acquisitions that we got aren't guys 35 years old and 40. They're 28, 27, you know what I mean? It's really, really good. It's not like these guys are desperate for homes. They can still play elsewhere. They came to Buffalo. We got them, we brought them in, and I think this year, this is going to be a real surprise team. I don't know. I don't get why so many people are picking us to be so bad this year. I think it's just because of the past. Is people just jump on that. Let's face it, most of the people that pick us to be so bad this year really aren't our own fans. It's not really our fans that are doing that. It's opposing fans, because they're like, oh God, Buffalo's going to just do their thing again, and we all know what they're going to do. Like, they don't get it. They don't get it. Not too long ago, again, I'll say it. I'll use Florida Panthers as a reference. I used to use the Los Angeles Kings, had not won a playoff series in a decade. In 2012, they get in and they go all the way as the 8th seed and win the Stanley Cup. And every single series went up 3-0. So we live in the day and age, folks, that you just got to get in the playoffs. So I get the hunger with you guys wanting to get in, because we don't know, right? We get in. You just don't know. We upset whoever. Look at the year that Columbus knocked out Tampa. Now, if they would have got, I believe they played Boston after Columbus. If they could have got through Boston, you never know. They might have just won the Stanley Cup. It's weird. The league is completely weird like that in this day and age. We are in the day and age of who knows. We just got to get in. So we got to get in. And let's hope that Lindy really attacks some of these points I talked about here, because I think he will. And what a different looking team it will be, guys, in not too distant future. All right, guys, done. I shall see you. I might do another one. We'll see you in the next one. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.